If you ain't do this shit, Diddy,
why did you pay her?
do this shit, I won't let me niggas respectfully.
Why did you pay her? This is yeah. We got Roger Bonds back in the building. Y'all thought we were just playing that music just to play it?
Come on.
Salute. Come on now. You heard Charleston the last time he said this is a room full of players.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So let's play.
That's how we operate. Like we sit down and the last episode is the first episode that we had a bona fide drug addict. I'm gonna just call it like it is. Could I get the hand clap emojis? You know what I mean? But it's all good. We made it. We're good. We're alive. We're here today. A lot of people have their own versions of what went on, and I'm so grateful for people like that because I know if I ever have a hard time out there in the industry, I could just fucking make a fake persona, and they're gonna be like, "No, you gotta understand what he's really saying." Like, thank God for those people. Could we get some hand clap emojis for those people? You know what I mean?
Big up to them.
Yeah, because those people will make anybody look good. You know what I mean? You need like meth head fans. You know what I mean? Yeah. So anyway, look, this is season 3, and in season 3, what we did is we kicked it up a notch. I said, Kato, it's time that we stop catering to how everybody else thinks the conversation should go. And we have a goddamn conversation. You know what I mean? And sometimes there's going to be people that pressure us to like talk shit. Like sometimes we got to talk shit, damn near fight. And then sometimes we're going to sit in the room with somebody that we already sat down with before. You know what I mean? We have an authentic conversation.
Yeah. Come on.
And that's word is bond. You feel me?
Let's toast to that Ciroc.
Yeah. Ciroc boys in the house tonight.
Okay. We still here. We ain't going no
guys. Shout out V. Shout out Orlando. Shout out Fred, Money, Brad, Nova, Landon. You know, shout out to everybody that's part of the Danza Project team and everything we got going on. We did it. We did the first interview with a full million. A million motherfucking views in 4 days.
Not a clip, not a reel. I'm talking 2 hours. What is it? An hour?
Hour long interview.
Hour long interview. A milli in how many days?
4 days.
Come on.
4 days and 17 hours to be exact.
I haven't had time.
You know what I'm saying?
Come on.
Yeah.
I haven't had time to really stop and think about it.
Yeah.
Like,
because we just keep doing dope shit.
Here we are. Come on.
It never ends. The tornadoes tried to stop us.
Yeah,
a couple cyclones tried to ruin it. They had you push back from day after day after day. You know what I mean? So the bottom line is we're here today.
No question.
You know what I'm saying? So how you feeling?
I'm feeling great.
Reintroduce yourself to the world for the people that don't know.
God wanted to happen, can't nobody stop. I was meant to sit here with y'all tonight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Yeah.
Y'all know who it is. It's the General Roger Bonds, and I love to be here with the Danza Report. And we starting out early, right? So I think they gave me this drink early, man. So
because we're not the Danza Report, we're the Danza Project.
Yeah, we the Danza Project.
But we're about to report on some shit. You feel me?
Then let's report.
So anyways, you know what is a very interesting take that I've seen you taking lately is I feel like a lot of people are coming forward with stories to you about abuse. You know, you initially did our interview with the Danza Project in December of 2023. Prior to that wrap-up record that we just heard with Uncle Murda. Shout out to Uncle Murda. Shout out to Tony Yayo. You know, 50 Cent making the incredible documentary No Diddy. So shout out to that team too.
On the way.
But what I noticed that was real interesting in your social media and the way that you're taking everything now is women seem to be coming forward to you.
Yeah.
You know, you've put up a couple posts, also a couple stories talking about how you didn't know the extent that it has gotten to with these women and it opening up scars and them being able to kind of speak to you.
I was shocked.
Talk to us.
I was shocked, man. Like ever since Cassie put me in that report, everything that I was going to from that police report, I started to lean toward, you know, at first I was like, which a lot of people called me out on. They said, yo, he taking Diddy's side. I wasn't taking Diddy's side. What I was saying was, just like everybody else, I seen her hit him and I seen him hit her. But of course I didn't see him beat her like that and then say she hit him. I was just talking about one incident where she hit him back. And like anybody would tell you, enough is enough. So maybe she got to the point where, yo, he been whipping my ass for so many years. I'm tired. I'm gonna fight back sometime. You know what I'm saying? I seen Kim get to that point. So, you know, I definitely feel like it was times where she hit him back. But of course, in that hotel, we seen that was one of the times that she didn't hit him back. You know what I'm saying? So let's talk about that type of ass whipping, not the one that you might tap your girl with and because she smacked you real quick. And at the end of the day, even if your girl do smack you, so let's get to that. Your girl is not smacking you with the strength and the power that you gonna smack her back with. Right. So I know people, including myself, that at one time or another, I gave my girl a tap back after she tapped me, but I gave her a tap back.
It's a get off me, not a...
Yeah, it's a, yo, back up off me, and you snap back. It's a tap back. It's the same tap that she gave me because you're supposed to be in control of yourself. So you know you're not hitting her like a nigga that you hitting her. What we saw was somebody that was hitting a motherfucker like a nigga in the street.
Kicking.
When you put your feet on top of somebody, that's the lowest form of respect that you could give to somebody. I don't give a fuck about you. More or less twice. Yeah. And then drag you up the hallway like that. Like, I remember, man, my dog had a fight with another dog in the project. And this motherfucker had his dog so trained, I was ready to kill this nigga dog. He told his dog, okay, Castro, enough is enough. Bring him on home. And I swear to you, his dog locked onto my dog neck and started dragging him. Like, in Polo Ground, there's 4 buildings, 1, 2, 3, 4. My man Cassie came from building 2. When he said, Castro, time to bring him home, his dog locked on my dog and started dragging him towards building 2. No. That's how trained this dog was. So that's what I thought about when I seen him grab her and start pulling like, I don't even have enough respect for you to walk by yourself. I'm going to drag you back up in here. And I'm going to be real. We was making a joke about this. You practice that because you can't hold that towel up, hold her bag and her stuff and pull her at the same time.
He did that shit like he was trained,
without that towel dropping enough.
It looked like pure rage. Because I know any man and anybody who's been in a long, serious relationship, you recognize that type of behavior, right? But it looked like he had to go take a shower after an argument, and she said, "It's my time to bounce." The way he came around that corner, like you said, holding that towel, like, you ain't leaving yet.
But to get back to what you were saying, I didn't realize what that video did. Okay, it was a way that it awoke everybody to him, like maybe whoever was the powers that be that released that video said, we tired of him saying that we lying. We tired of him saying that they lying. And it looked like people were starting to maybe believe him. And he was coming back outside and doing things like that. And I think whoever released it said, oh, this is what y'all really want to go back to? Because we got to remember, we as Black people, Latino people, we forgive easily. And people know that we forgive easily. So we forgave R. Kelly to a certain degree. We forgave Chris Brown. You know what I'm saying? So they know after a while that you're going to forgive. So I think it was their way of releasing this tape to say this is the type of monster that he is. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad everybody got to see that. But at the same time, I'm upset everybody got to see that because I've been getting overwhelming emails, overwhelming confessions that this video made women go 20 steps backwards in whatever type of domestic violence classes they was in. I'm getting DMs from people that actually teach domestic violence, and they saying, yo, my students and my people have gotten so far back. We're spending so much money having to spend time with them. These are people that were healed or I don't know what you would call it for more than 8-9 years. And when they watched the video, it was no warning that this type of thing was going to be seen. So they just pressed. So they're like, yo, we're actually looking for legal, what type of legal grounds is it? Because they got set so far back.
It's triggering.
you know, it was triggering. And now that I've been studying it, I've been getting it, and I'm like, yo, I got to become an advocate of this. And not to say that women don't hit men. Let's not get that wrong, because I got a few men who done sent me some stories too, because they feel like I'm standing too much up for the woman. So they be like, hold up. My girl had a belt around my neck and was pulling me like I was a dog. In my mind, I'm saying, well, damn, you stupid for nothing to do.
Yeah, the word.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
But
my head right now. I'm saying,
yeah,
what a
right.
pussy.
But it's true.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Another guy told me how his girl pull out the gun on him and tell him this, that, and other. Like, what are we supposed to do? So I know it goes both ways, but right now we got to deal with the majority, and what I feel like is an emergency. Like, it's so many people who tell me about their aunts, their uncles, their fathers, you know what I'm saying, their cousins. They've been molested. People that I've known for 20 and 30 years that I never knew none of this about. Oh, you didn't know that my uncle did this, and my cousin, my brother friend did this. So it's really something serious, man. And this has affected everybody. And that's why, to your point, yeah, I'm taking that stand. And I do have a few people that came out. I have a couple of other people that came out and told me stories about it. And then I do have other stories, you know what I'm saying, where I've seen some things that have really, it's nothing that they can do to a person now as far as legally. You know what I'm saying? But it just shows you what type of picture that this person is. You know what I'm saying? So even I sat there and listened to the stuff and say, yo, this is the only time. And I'm like, damn, homie acting like this is the only time that this ever happened. You know what I'm saying? This is the door to the industry. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people hit me and say, yo, well, she stayed. And if anybody been with domestic violence, they know that it ain't that easy to leave. More or less, leave a man as powerful as Diddy.
But last time you were here, you stated that, you know, she could have left, that she had the opportunity to leave. So do you change the way you feel after everything you've seen there?
No, I'm going to tell you what I do change. The truth of the fact is, when I say that she could have left, me being a man, you going home every day, you going on trips, so I'm saying you could have left, meaning that he didn't have you locked in no room with no gate or no door. But now with me knowing the mental stability of domestic violence, I would say she could have left physically, but I didn't know the mental stuff that a woman goes through that you can't actually leave. I think I read somewhere where they say it takes the average woman 7 times or something before they can leave or something like that. I read somewhere. But now from talking to him and actually being a part of it, I'm finding it out it's that easy, because when that person comes and tell you they sorry and they never gonna do it again,
they buy in that.
They buy into it because that's what they really want.
Right.
So when you come back, and I seen it, and that's what brought me. I went back to my family. You know what I'm saying? My mother grew up, and my father was a domestic violent. I seen it all, like it. But as a kid, you try to block it off, and it becomes such a regular thing, and your mother becomes this superwoman because you try to figure, damn, I just seen dad. And she's playing it off so much for you. She's kissing your father the next day, and everything is acting okay.
Good. Coffee, breakfast, the whole thing.
Exactly.
Let's just go on a trip. It's okay. Let's just get through the trip.
Exactly. Yeah. But when you see your father with a physical belt, a belt like your mother's a kid, and she's a grown woman, all of this doesn't really compute to you until you get a certain age and you get older. So when that happened, it really brought me back. Since the last time I was here, it really started affecting me, because I said, you know what, no matter what I've seen, no matter what I've been through, maybe this was brought to me so that I could get more involved in it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And since I've been involved in it, it's opened so many doors for me to talk to women and really understand what it is, that I feel like I can make a difference, because I do have 4 daughters. Yeah. So it hits me different.
Yeah, of course. You know? That's the thing that people always go to. Like, how would you feel if it was your sister, your mother, your aunt, your daughters, things like that? That's
what I tell every guy that gets on Instagram, TikTok. Yo, you a snitch. Yo, why you trying to bring down a black man? First of all, let's not put a color on this.
Right.
Because I just want you to sit in there and tell me if somebody did that to your sister, your mother, your niece, or whoever, that you wouldn't be on his ass and say, if you tell me you wouldn't be on his ass, then I feel like you're not a man. You know what I'm saying? Because how you gonna stand there and let a man do that to your sister, do that to your mother, do that to you're a grown ass man. So if you looking for still, okay, that's Diddy. Okay, let's take away the starism. Let's take away all that. This is a man beating on a woman. And at the end of the day, that's what I had to really see. And this was a man that for years I looked up to until I got around every day and I seen all the inconsistencies. And people say to me, forget the woman. People say to me, yo, you just as guilty as him. You stayed, you seen it. And I tell people, you ever heard of the Stockholm Syndrome?
Yeah.
I tell people, some men don't want to admit it, but I was stuck in this Stockholm Syndrome because one, I'm with Diddy too. So I'm like, yeah, I've been to jail, I've been to this, that, and the other. So at the end of the day, this is somebody I look up to also. And that's what people don't realize. No matter how much street stuff I did, no matter how many jails I went to, even when you in jail, you looking up to Diddy like, yo, I'm in jail. This dude is making hits. And when you come home from jail and to be around somebody prominent who you think and believe is standing up for Black power because this is what this person is preaching and this is what you see a person doing in a world where it's so hard to do it, that you turn your back on a lot of stuff that ain't nothing. But some of that stuff you can't turn your back on. And the abusiveness of women was one of the things I could never turn my back on.
You could try and bury it, but it's one of those things, it's like a time bomb over time. The more it happens, the more it eats you alive, and it ends up just coming out, and then, boom, I can't take it no more. I had enough.
And then sometimes you feel like if you leave, what's going to happen to them if you leave? You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times in that case, that's how I felt with Cassie. You know what I'm saying? But Cassie was the type of person that you couldn't talk to.